Well, hello and welcome to Chewing the Fat. I am so glad that you joined me here on Intellectual Radio where we feed our brains. It is getting close to the holidays and I want to hear from you. Yes, I do on Chewing the Fat. Let's get juicy. Let's talk about some things. I hope you guys have the holiday spirit because I've been bumping around Chicago all December, even before to Thanksgiving, and I haven't seen a lot of cheery, a lot of holiday glitz and glam and spirit around here. And I'm curious, what happened to the holiday spirit? I want you guys to call in 708 223 8953. I have a special co host with me today. She's on vacation from college, and I am so happy. Look who's joined me today.
Hello, live.
Hi, she's joined me here on Chewing the Fat. This is a miracle. Y'all know
Hello.
my little twin has joined me today, so she's gonna weigh in on this subject. In fact, she is one of the ones who brought this subject up because we want to know what's happened to the Christmas spirit. I remember just driving around when I was younger, and you mostly every house on every block had lights or some type of balloon, Santa or snowman hanging, or Rudolph, some type of little figurine in the yard. What happened to the holiday spirit? Is it that we have gotten older and we think we've outgrown it? Do we say it's commercialized and we don't want to put emphasis on it? I don't understand what happened because Christmas is something that we celebrated not just because it's a commercialized thing, but because it was the birth of Jesus. So I think for Christians, we still should have some joy and excitement. I don't know. Is that what you believe, a miracle?
Yes. Yes, I love Christmas time. I believe everyone should be in Christmas spirit. I love to go on ice skating and going to Navy Pier and just spreading the Christmas joy.
So do I. We've had some great weather. Yes, Pedro, what are you saying? Yes, Pedro, that is a miracle. She'll be
Hello.
21. She'll be 21 in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks. She'll be 21.
December 30th.
Yeah, in about 2.5 weeks, she'll be 21. She's a grown little lady now. So yes,
Thank you.
that is miracle. Yes, a miracle is yes, that's her. So yeah, so we've been we indulge, my family and I, we indulge in ice skating and skiing and going to the Kringle market downtown and
Seeing the Christmas
Christmas
tree.
tree. We do things like that. So it brings us closer as a family. We like bonding time around the holiday season. So I can't wait for my other family from Wisconsin to make it up here. My daughter Jarkeys and my grandson and her husband, so that we can do some of these things together. And this weekend is going to be a family weekend. And so we're going to do some of those things this weekend. We're all going to go see the Grinch. And so I just want to know, do you guys indulge in family activities around the holiday season? We bake cookies. We do a lot of different things with the
Gingerbread
children. Yeah,
men.
gingerbread homes and men, and sometimes gingerbread houses don't even look like houses, but we try to build them.
It's still fun at
But
the
it's
end of
still
the day.
fun. Yeah, because we don't get the kits sometimes. Sometimes we want to try to build it ourselves. Pedro say, "Oh, okay, yeah, Miracle is growing up. Yeah, she's growing up. She's a little lady now." But anyway, I just wanted to know, what is your opinion about the Christmas spirit? Why do you think it's at an all-time low, especially in our neighborhoods, in our urban communities? We can walk past each other and not even say hello, let alone happy holidays. And I don't understand where we've gone from there. Now, the only time I've felt it, which is unfortunately, I'm in the hospital, and we were just spreading the love in the holiday spirit. We were like, happy holidays. And I'm like the first bubbly person to walk in the door from valet all the way through. And I laugh at my daughter because all the time she's like, hello, how are you? How are you doing? And it's so funny for me to see her do that. And she does this all year round. I'm like, doggone it, a miracle. You're super cheery. So for me, it's hilarious for me to see her do those things all the time. But I'm glad that she does because it's her personality, and I don't want her to dull her shine for anyone. It's her shine. It's who she is. I have a comment here. Let's see. And a miracle, you can. Would you do me a favor and get mom glasses
Sure.
out of there? Because you know I'm gonna squint this process out now. We don't exchange gifts, but we get excited together on Christmas. This is from Sherry, cousin Sherry. We gather on Christmas Eve for fun, food, and games. I like that. Big lasagna dinner. Christmas Day, then scout for sales after. Now that's for I like this after girl, you said it. The after Christmas sale when everything get marked down to 50, 60, and I'm real cheap. I like to wait when they get it like to 75% off. I go find everything for next year and go do that. I like that. And yeah, I love the family games. I like when we get together for that, for the family games and fun and action. Those are some of the best times ever. After Thanksgiving, we left one house and we went over to my nephew's home, Dante's, and then they were playing games and having a good time. So I love family games. I love to indulge in those things. And it's nothing like it. Spending family time together, Sherry. Hey, bro, how are you healing, sister? Give me a call later on today, or I'll give you a call. I need to touch bases with you anyway on business. And so,
Yes, I know me and my cousin, we having a Christmas ladies night next week, and I know that's fun and bring the Christmas spirit in for us.
oh yeah, you and which one?
Me and Kenyatta.
Right, Kenyatta. She's having a Christmas ladies' night, and I think that's good. And these are young girls that's doing this, so maybe they can continue to do this as they continue to grow older and create moments for one another. And you can't beat it. You just can't beat spending family time together, whether it's old ladies, whether it's friends, couples, whomever. The Sunday before. The Sunday before Christmas, we're gonna have a Christmas party at Barbara's beauty shop. My god sister, and we're gonna all go to her beauty shop, and we're gonna decorate it, and we're gonna have a great time over there, and have a good time, play music, have games, eat, drink, and be merry, and just have a great time over there. And we just decided to put this together today, yesterday. Well, I think it was today. Carrie made the post. We decided where to have it, and Barbara opened her doors, and we're going to have a good time. And that's something that we should try to do together, because guess what? Life is too short. We stress out all year. We have so many things that's on our plate, and we need to try and bring ourselves together and stop being so depressed around the holidays. Holidays bring on great depression, and people start missing loved ones that's gone and lost. They start to realize that they haven't got themselves together for different reasons. As far as financial things, they're not able to put things under the tree. Stop making it about gifts and make it about the time that we spend together. My children were raised um, the way that whether they had gifts or not, the gift was that we were all still together. Now, God has made it so that I was always able to shower them with so many gifts. But they knew if I didn't have any gifts, we didn't, well, let me not say I, because we have a two-parent household. If we weren't able to give them anything, my children were still appreciative, even though we never had a Christmas where you guys never had anything. I don't think ever, but I think that they would still been appreciative just because we had the time.
And we also volunteer around this time, giving blankets out to the homeless and less fortunate. So that's what I love to do.
Yeah, we do. And I love when she says that. I love my baby. She's a sweetheart.
Yes, my mom and my grandmother passed that gift down to me. So I love just to give people joy
Yeah.
every year, all
Yeah.
year round.
So this year we're gonna do some more. I think this year we'll probably do chili. We'll go out and we'll serve chili. This year instead of doing the blankets, I think we're gonna do food giveaways and do food and warm up some of our homeless population. So I'm gonna make a big about two big large pots. I have these big soup kitchen pots, and I think I'll make some homemade chili, and that's what we'll do this year. That will be my give back to the homeless population. And we go under Lord Wacker a lot of times, but I'm going to start from Harrison over that way, and then we're going to go to Lower Wacker. And we did that last year. We started from Harrison,
Blankets. We did
and
blankets.
we started giving out blankets and something else,
Canned
and
goods.
canned goods, blankets and canned goods last year. And this year I'm just gonna do chili. And I didn't start my blanket drive early enough this year, so that's why we can't do blankets. Um, well, I can't say
Uh,
that because people
Unless
are giving.
someone wants to donate blankets.
Look at her. We may do the blankets. I may start the drive, and man, God is a God of overflow. So maybe if I start now, I may get an overflow of blankets, and so I'll start it. I may start the blanket tomorrow and see how many blankets we get in to provide blankets for our homeless population. Because even though it's nice now, I don't consider this really cold. So maybe we can get enough blankets in and pass them out as well. So maybe I'll set a post up tomorrow and so that we can give back. I love giving back. I'm not a person that look for a lot of things under the tree. I really don't even look for things under the tree. My gift for Christmas is the gift of life. I'm just happy to be here another year. I go through so much medically that for Christmas, the gift of life is always a pleasure for me. I'm just happy to see my grandkids, my family, my kids. So hey, I'm happy. My husband, I'm happy we're here. So that's my gift. I don't know what you all gift and your holiday spirit goes to, but I think that we need to dig deeper in ourselves and find what our purpose is. And when we find our purpose, we learn to appreciate more, appreciate what we have, appreciate the things that we already have accomplished. Because somewhere along the line, you accomplished something because you're still here. You're still here. And once it becomes infectious, once you start just saying happy holidays, Merry Christmas, speaking to people, it becomes natural after you start doing it. And pretty soon someone will say it back and you gain that holiday spirit. Um, just this week, a friend of ours told us her son didn't want to put up the Christmas tree
Mhm.
for his son, right?
How he wasn't in Christmas spirit.
Okay, you can explain that story because it was actually told to you. He was what?
The man said how he wasn't in a Christmas spirit, so he wasn't going to put the Christmas tree up in the house or anything because he wasn't in Christmas spirit. So he killed the whole vibe in the house.
Right. And he has a son. And so the son wants the tree, but because he's not in the Christmas spirit, he won't put up the Christmas tree. So now he's not just subjecting himself to the bah humbug, but now he's pushed it up upon his child. And so now his child have to suffer without having a Christmas tree or any decorations and possibly
He said
no
no gifts.
gifts.
Yep, he said no
So
gifts.
so no gifts would not even come to that child. So he's depriving him of Christmas. And kids, are so appreciative. It can be something small like slippers and pajamas or, puzzles, things like that. A simple board game. Food for Less had games on sale, like the Hasbro games and things on sale for $9.99. So just simple things. And these were some of the good games. Jenga and what was it? Sorry and Monopoly. They had the good games on sale for $9.99. Caught my attention. So it's not the price tag. It's about the the effort and the thought that's behind it. I'm one of the most simplistic people that you can shop for. You can buy me an accessory set. You can come down here to Miss Wanda B and pick out me some of her jewelry, and everything is $5. Did you hear me? $5. So if you wanna, you can come to 160 West Roosevelt, and you can come pick out me some jewelry for $5, and I promise you that will light me up. I promise you. So if you want to get me anything, 160 West Roosevelt, jewelry in here for $5. Shonda is happy. The queen will be happy. I would adorn my neck. It would adorn my ears. I would be happy. Take it from me. Bracelet, necklace, whatever. And you'll find you something, and you can find gifts to give to your people. $5. So if you want to bargain shop, $5. We have one exquisite creations, reasonable things. Her site is 50. Oh, her site is 50% off. Everything on her site is 50% off. April Shannon, is everything still 50% off? I need you to chime in. 50% off. And it was everything. 50%. Wanted to be say I'm on it right now. 50% off. I was scrolling through that thing. I was mad I ain't had no money the day it first went on. First went on sale. I was upset. So 50% I was able. My friend's job wouldn't allow them to put up a Christmas tree in their department because the tree represents Christmas and has the word Christ in the word. I really was appalled. Wow. Wow. Are you kidding me, bro? See what that's what I'm talking about. See, some people take things out of proportion. And yes, April says everything is still 50% off. One exquisite creations. Type that in and you will find some of the baddest pieces. And it's 50, her entire site is 50% off. If things are sold out, she get them back in quickly. Her entire site is 50% off. You will not find these pieces in everybody's store. She only get a couple of pieces, and this is rare boutique items. I promise you, because I got to get this black and white striped dress and that doggone pretty long is either coming red or olive green. I gotta have that. I need the red for Christmas, April. Please, please put my red aside. Please put my red aside. I need it for Christmas. I gotta be like sharp for Christmas. And that dress is everything for me for Christmas. So I need that dress. But everything is on sale. So I put people things out there to let you guys know that it's not about the tag. It's about the effort and the love that you place behind it. Bring your spirit back. Bring it back. Don't allow anything to take away your joy. That's the thing. You allow small things to take your joy away. I don't care what your prognosis is. Let me tell you something. God has the last say so. If you are a believer, you have to learn to walk in faith. I don't care what your landlord told you or the mortgage company told you. He has the last say so. Sometimes things are a big burden on you because you don't know how to shift your faith. You don't know how to walk in faith. So I'm trying to tell you, I don't care what the car dealer said to you and the finance company told you. Walk in faith. Find a second job if you have to, but you have to learn how to claim your joy back. Hey, Dolores, you can hear? Need a phone. You need a phone bag. It's coming. Your phone coming, sister. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Try that on speaker. Maybe it'll work better. So April said, so I'm trying to figure out if they mad at the name Christ or Crystal. Oh, they mad at Christ. They mad at Christ. Some of them heathens probably don't believe in God. Or some of them maybe, what is it? What was that? Who is Jewish, because they believe in Hanukkah. You know what I'm saying? So it's a twist of faith, or a twist. A twist of religion, or a twist of non-religion. April, it's one of the two: the non-religion or their religion that is not recognizing Jesus. The word Christ is a problem in Christmas for them. And that's why a lot of people just say happy holidays so that they won't offend people. So when they see the Christmas tree up and it says Christmas or whatever, then that's a problem. That's a problem. And so they have a problem with that. And after that, and when you see a company react to that, that's when it becomes a problem. It's people out here with names that start with Christ. You're right. You got Christopher,
Kristen.
Christian. You have a lot of things that start with Christ. You absolutely right. Christina, so you're gonna start not hiring people because Christ is in the middle of their name. How about that? So it's a deeper process in this thing. You have to realize that the thought process of people is sick. It's sickening. You just don't understand how people can wrap their mind around one day of a year that we seem to want to recognize. So that's the thing. It's that simple 25th day that we seem to etch out and recognize that they have the problem with. They don't care about Christopher, Christina, or Christian. Because that's the name that they have to carry, and it's on their birth certificate. But that designated day for Chris is a problem because they know that we are uh, uh, representatives of Christ, and we are designating that day to represent Him and His birth. So it's that, it's that, So the hypocrisy is still alive. The hate is still alive from thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. It is still very much alive. But how about this? We won't allow them to snatch it. I wear a Christmas sweater. I would, you know what I'm saying? I would have pins on a brooch on my shirt with a Christmas tree. I would, so you can knock down what's in your lobby, but you won't knock down what I pin on my sweater. You won't knock down some of the things that I choose to represent for myself, because I am a ambassador for Christ. You know what I mean? So you can tell me I can't put the tree up in the lobby, but you can't tell me I can't wear that tree on my blazer. How about that? So, little things like that. They probably can't put a tree on their desk because it's still in that environment, but it'll be on my shirt. It'll be somewhere on my sweater. It'll be, you know what I mean? So that's how I would rock it. That's how I would rock it, because what they're trying to do is dampen that holiday spirit within their office. And every day when I walk in, I would say, Merry Christmas. Hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas. I would do it. I would keep it jolly. Hey guys. Oh, Christmas is almost here. So don't allow that to dampen the office spirit. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. So it's what you bring into your environment that changes the environment. Because a lot of people have a stressful work environment year round. If it's not Christmas, it's something that's to do with the budget. If it's not the budget, it may have something to do with your markup or your assignments. So whatever it is, you have to learn how to maneuver around it and just be smarter than the average boss. Because some of them are dummies anyway. They inherited the company through father. you know, it was nepotism. So just learn to work around those things. The holiday spirit is something that you should always carry. It's a magic. It's the magic of Christmas, the goodwill of men. What are you doing to give back? What are you sharing with other people? What are you doing to serve other people? So that is what the holiday spirit represents. The giving, the love, what we share amongst one another, how are we interacting with family, how are we interacting with strangers, with friends. I think the holiday spirit should really see us how we represent with strangers, how we interact with the stranger. We interact with family and friends all the time, but when we interact with a stranger, it's different. It's different. If you give something to a stranger, you see the people who always give the gold coins out at the Salvation Army, the Santa Claus, when they have the
Yeah.
ringing bells and they have the bucket
The red
out.
bucket.
Yeah, and they go through and they give the gold coins inside of the Santa Claus. That's a person who's learned what the magic of Christmas was, who've learned that if I give this, it'll go to a good cause. Now I'm not telling you guys to go put $100 or $50 out there, but what I'm saying, there's a goodwill. You may know that there's a senior that lives next door to you. Maybe you can shovel their snow. Do a well-being check when it's cold outside. Make sure they have everything that they need. If their heat is on, if they're not cold, if they're not eating dog food out of a can. How about that? Because some older people they're on a fixed income and they sometimes can't eat well. You may be able to fix a meal for them and say, I fixed a big meal. Here's a square of lasagna that I made. Here's some, spaghetti and fish that I had. Did fish fry Friday. You just helped a senior not worry about what they're eating either that night or the next day if they've cooked already. Or even just a regular neighbor who's single and live alone, and you've made a rapport with them. So things like that. Things in that nature. Ask them if they need their laundry done. If you have a laundry room in your house, for an older person. Just simple things that you can do without spending money. People have in their mind that everything is done by cash, but serving can be done free.
Yep, that's my favorite.
What other thoughts do you have about Christmas and Miracle, or the magic of Christmas?
Magic of Christmas is very powerful. I believe everyone should have joy.
They should have the joy.
You know, spread the love. Spread the love.
Love is most important. And speaking of love, how do
Oh,
you show it or represent it?
and try to start like like traditions each year, or add something that you do with you guys' family.
Yeah. Now that's a really cool one. What can you do with your family as for a tradition? What can you add to your family sittings or to your family when you want to be make your Christmas special? It's about traditions. Can you place names? You know, I watched a Christmas special, and one of the things that they did on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, they placed things in a jar, nice things about the people that was in the room. They placed everything in a jar, and they had to guess who wrote what about them. And so, just say I'm sitting next to Miracle, and well, Miracle's in the room, but I say, love your smile or love your kind heart. But she don't know who wrote it, but or what statement, and they have to guess if it was written about them, and they'll say, okay, that's me, and mom, you wrote that. So things like that, and then that warms a person up because you thought enough about them to recognize that characteristic of them. you know and you have to write nice things. People hear so much negative things about them, but to find out that someone loves their cooking or love the way that they are able to um, create a wonderful atmosphere, know how to divert from um, aggravation or fights, or diffuse confusion, knows how to diffuse confusion quickly, and that can be a person in the room or a great negotiator, and you place that on a piece of paper, and everybody can know who that person is because that's their characteristic, and then they guess, okay, that's me, and then figure out who wrote that down. So those are fun things to do on Christmas, just different little games that you can play. Santa's helper, uh, do the grab bags with your family, all of those type of things with your friends as well. So it's so many different things that you can play. Secret Santas. It's so many different things that you can do with family that can create a wonderful, wonderful setting for you all. And don't make it a $50 grab bag or Secret Santa. Keep it feasible. Say $25. Everyone can afford $25. And keep it cute. Keep it cute. And just make it fun so that everyone can come together and share together and in a wonderful way. And if somebody chooses to go over the $25, oh well, but you keep it at $25, and then everyone will want to participate. But keep the spirit, you know, decorating, maybe put a few of the garlands around your fence. If you don't want to run the light bill up, put garland up there. Put the garland, do the bushes around your trees. Do something to just to signify that I haven't lost the spirit. I haven't lost it. Don't take it away from the people that surround you. Just be able to say, okay, we can do this. I can do this. I can actually make some Christmas cookies. I can actually and try baking them from scratch when you got younger kids. And then you're teaching them how to bake. This Thanksgiving was wonderful because guess what? My youngest daughter, which is a miracle, can help me in the kitchen. I didn't have to do anything but my ducks. She did all the baking for me. She did the banana pudding, the cake. What else did you do for me?
Mm.
She did something else for me. I can't remember, but she did all the baking for me. So that was one. That was a few things that was taken off my list. I didn't have to bake because she stayed in the kitchen with me when she was young, and so now she has taking the golden apron, and so I can give her the golden apron and she can take off in the kitchen. So I just had to do ducks and the dressing things that I left at home. And then when we went over to the other house, I added the ducks to their dressing. And we brought the sweets over. So we didn't have much to do. And that was our Thanksgiving over at the other house. And then we went over to my nephew's house. They had food there, but we was full from the first house. But then home, we still had food home for the next day. So we were able to rotate things. So that's the same that you can do for Christmas. Put your families together. Make sure that you all are connecting. Nobody is left out, that you're there and you're able to have fun with family and friends without feeling ostracized. You don't want to feel like you're ostracized, meaning um exiled, that you feel like you're put away. You can't come here, I can't go there, I'm mad at this person. Make amends with people that you fell out with. Right now I am at a point where a friend of mine that we were friends for about 40 years, we are not speaking, and we have not spoken for maybe 6 months or more. And I've come to a point where now that, and she's just moved away, and I'm coming to a point now that the argument was petty, but we let it fester and grow into something so ugly. And now the holidays are coming. Her birthday just passed. And I'm like, it has been almost a year that we have allowed this to fester into something that it didn't have to. And now I'm like, we should have made amends. We should have fixed this problem. So and I'm adult enough to say that I should have maybe stepped up and said, okay, this has gone on long enough. Let's talk. And because life is not promised. And of course I love my friend, because I still consider her a friend. I love my friend, but we allowed something to get in the way. If that's what you're doing during the holiday season, make amends, fix things, because tomorrow's not promised. And those are the things that you have to realize when you're going around and saying that I don't care, I don't like this, I don't like her, I don't like him, he did this, she did that. Start to mend things before it's too late, because you can allow things to grow into something that it does not have to be. And we can fix things, because if we can break them, we can fix them. It's easy. Some things is not shattered. Some things are just broken and it can be mended. It's not shattered in many pieces. So when it's just broken, you can fix it. And that way you can have joy again. So when you get around these holiday seasons and things, and special occasions, you won't feel so broken. You will be able to take your joy back and bring it back to where it needs to be. Learning how to have holiday spirit is learning how to have joy, period. It comes with learning how to have your joy, period. If you know how to keep your joy year round, when the holidays come, it will be the same thing. You won't be able to allow everything to bring you down. I've lost loved ones, I've lost parents, I've lost siblings, I've lost children. I've had losses, so I can tell you what losses feel like in all of those areas. So on the holiday, when it used to try to get me down, I made sure that I did things to keep me upbeat. I would make sure that I forced myself to go and have fun. And so now it's natural. It's a natural thing. And so I it really don't get me down like it used to, or it can, because I make sure that I build a great seed of joy and happiness around me. I create my happiness. And that's what you have to learn how to do. Because if you give a slight opening for the devil to come and steal your joy, steal your joy, he would do it. It only takes this much, just this much, and he'll steal it. He'll snatch it. And then he'll have you with all of these thoughts in your mind about loneliness, rejection, death, suicide, depression, all of these different things. Have you worrying about the bills that's not even due for 2 months? Worrying about things that's out of your hand, worrying about everything that you can't control at that moment, but it'll start to suffocate you. So how can you have that joy? But if you reverse that and learn to pray about it and leave it at his feet, and continue to have the happiness and joy that you know that you deserve, then you won't allow it to steal your joy around the holiday season. Stop worrying about what's not under the tree. Just understand that you've made it to see the tree. Create another happy moment in your life. Create another happy moment. I'm glad you do, Wilhelmina. I'm glad you do, Will, because we worry about the wrong things. We worry about what we don't have opposed to what we do have. Just take a look around your house. You're in there. I don't care if you don't have furniture in your front. I don't care if you don't have anything in your kitchen. But guess what? You have a kitchen and you have a front room. Start to shout and run just because of that. If you don't have a tree because you couldn't afford a tree, you have a front room. You have that. So still create the Christmas moments right then and right there. If you have to draw a Christmas tree on some paper, do it and create your joy. I don't care. Do that. Do it. Because what you're doing is now having a pity party about something that you have no control over. And don't allow it to steal your joy. We have to do this because we're looking at other people. See, social media has begun to control how we think, how we feel, and how we move. And so we're looking at other people saying what they're going to get, what they're going to buy. And I promise you, it's going to flood our timeline. Diamond rings, watches, cars, furs, all of those different things. And I don't want any one of us to get sad, depressed, jealous, any of those things. Your time will come. Your season will come. Be happy for those people that get those things. You have to learn to count all joy, count it in all joy, and be grateful for other people. Because when you do that and be happy for others, it make room for you and your blessings to come. But when you are envious of other people and when you show uh, um, disregard for others, then that is when you become the other enemy. And that's when people stop respecting you and start looking at you differently. You have to always be grateful, no matter if you're being the one that's blessed or a friend or an associate or a family member. Just always remember that. Always remember that. It's not always about you, but it can be about others that you are around. Don't you agree?
Yes, I do.
That's all you have to say. Yeah. So we have to remember that. So just continue your path. Continue your path. Stop worrying about other people. That's our problem now. Our focus is so much on other people that we can't tend to our own selves. I think last week it was like tend to your business was my message to you guys. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's almost a follow up from last week. If we focus on our own business, our own selves, then we can obtain our own holiday spirit. We can continue to smile even when people looking at us like, isn't this going on in her life? How is he or she smiling? Isn't this going on in their life? But he's smiling. He's running around saying, Happy Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Or she's running around talking about happy holidays. Have a great new year. How is that possible? And she just lost her job because she's not worried about when she's going to work again because she knows it's coming. She's going to stay consistent at looking and she knows that she'll get what she needs. That's how. And when you have that mindset, you will get what you need.
It's about having a positive mindset.
Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you. She said, say that again. But it is. It's about having a positive mindset. When you will yourself to do great and be great, that's what you're gonna do. And if you will yourself for failure, that's what you're gonna do. You're going to fail. You're going to fail, and you're going to continue to fail over and over and over again until your mindset changes. Your mind is the most powerful thing that controls everything. It is the main frame of the body. It's like the computer.
Yes.
It's the main circuit. It does everything. It controls everything. So your mind needs to speak positive things to you. It needs to have the positive energy flowing. And I need you all to know how to push the spirit out of you, that people can feel the joy of Christmas. They can feel it. No matter if you have nothing to give on Christmas, the gift that you're giving is everything, because guess what you're giving? Love, joy, and peace. That's what we need. I don't need a gift from you. I need love. I need joy. I need peace. That's the biggest three things that you can give me. You can't wrap that up. It has to come from you, from inside of you. If you can give me that, you giving me everything that I can possibly need. Everything. Nothing more, nothing less. I need those three things: love, joy, and peace. And you give me that, that carries me not just Christmas,
Throughout the
but that
whole year.
throughout the entire year. Exactly. And maybe throughout my entire lifespan,
Overflow.
my overflow. And that is what I will hold on to, because you can give me a gift and give me stress all year long. And I would prefer you kept it. You know what I mean? But if you give me that, those three things, you giving me everything I need. And that's what the joy of Christmas is about. That's what the magic of Christmas is about. That love, that joy, and that peace. So after this podcast, I need your mindset to change about what the joy and the spirit of Christmas is really about. How we interact with one another, how we see each other around the season, things that you can do with your family that don't cost much. It's park districts that have skating rinks as well, which are free. I don't know if they have the rental skates or not, but I believe they do. But you can always call, look them up through your 311, which is city services, and you can call and see if that where the skating rinks are and if they have skate rentals. If you don't want to go to Millennium Park, if you think the fee is too much, but I remember the skates were not that much to rent from Millennium Park. I know they were, I think they were under $10. Think they were under $10. I know they weren't more than 12. So look that up and find that out. Go walk down through Millennium Park, check the big tree out at the Daily Center, walk through the Chris Kringle Market. Just fill yourselves with the holiday spirit. You can see the Christ display put up with the baby Jesus and the three wise men. All of that is set up there. So enjoy Christmas as much as possible. Also, look on,
Maybe
I
here.
think it's Eventbrite. You can find a lot of free things that's going on, to from the zoos to some what is it? Not John Hancock. What is in the the signature room? They have things that's going on for family and children. Um, the yacht party. I was supposed to take my children to the yacht party boat festival. They were decorating the boats with lights, and then they were taking the families and children out on a boat ride. I missed it because I had another affair to go to on Sunday. I was being interviewed on a radio station in Indiana, so the timing wasn't great. I had got the tickets. The tickets were free. All I had to do was take my grandkids out. They were going to decorate the boats. We had free yacht rides. And when you do things like that, you make a great network and friend connection. Summertime, I would have been riding on yachts for free. I could come out and join them, but I already have like a connection with a few people that have some yachts out there. So I sail with some good friends on the yacht. And that's how I got the email, because they were doing that yacht and they were on Eventbrite. So I just picked my tickets up from there. So you guys get active, get active, get active. You wanted to add something to Miracle?
Also, I love going to Navy Pier or the Winter Wonderfest.
Yes, that's right.
It's
The Winter Wonderland Fest is at Navy Pier, another place. Now they're a little costly. I think they're like $25, $30.
But on Groupon it's a little cheaper.
Yeah, no, Groupon it's a little
I
cheaper.
think like $10 or $15.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay, Groupon $10 or $15. So Groupon is the way to go for that. So try Groupon. So I'm giving you some things that you guys can do with family to bring back the Christmas spirit, to bring it back home, and to do. I'm about to wrap up, but I want you guys to remember it's nothing like spending family time around the season when you take your vacation time. Remember, it's family time. It's more family time and Christmas time. It's all about what you do with family and friends this season. Bring that magic back. Don't let it die out. Don't let it just become another day. It's not another day. It's family. It's the holiday. It's Christmas. I love you guys here from Chewing the Fat and Intellectual Radio. You can catch us on iHeart, YouTube, and Spreaker. I love you guys from Chewing the Fat. Keep the juice flowing. Keep it fat and keep it juicy, baby. Love you. Smooches. Live life on purpose with purpose. For without it, there's no intent. Mwah. Smooches.